Alright guys, we're back again. So, how do we say this? I have a lot of, well, not a lot, a few comments. They came to the channel for Dan Basque or Tommy Johansson or something along those lines, which is fantastic. Great. I absolutely love it. And I will be going through their catalogs further. However, I just want to remind everybody that Dan Vasc and Tommy Johansson is probably the odd one out on the channel. Not Orbit Culture or, this is a metal channel, right? So if anybody is kind of out of place, it would be Tommy and Dan and Eric Rommel, as good as they are, and they are fantastic. But they're the ones that are, not metal like most of the bands on my channel are. So they're kind of the odd man out. So I apologize to everyone who came here for, Tommy, Dan, and Eric. It's my hope. It truly is my hope that you will listen to some of the other songs and expand your horizons a bit further. And again, I will keep doing Tommy, Eric, and Dan. I'm not going to stop. But I just want to remind everybody that this is a freaking metal channel. You're going to find metal on it. So, that's it. That's my speech. I just hope that everybody comes together and has a good time. That's it. That's all I want. Don't forget to hit the buttons so you can come back and check in and see when I do it next Tommy, Eric, or Dan, or the next Orbit Culture, for example, which, by the way, we're doing right now. And don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. We'll get around to everything. Everything is subject to your perceptions, but those perceptions can grow. I know, because they have for me. And so I highly encourage everyone to open their mind, open their ears, and look for the things they like in music instead of the things they don't like. Because if I just went around going, that sucked, I wouldn't be much of a reactor. There are songs that aren't my personal taste, and I say so, but they're rare. And it's kind of my job to do that. It's kind of what you need me to do. It's why you're here. So I have no choice, but I highly encourage everybody to open their minds and be fun with music, even if it's not your style, rock out to it anyway. Have fun. Big shout out to these guys. Thank you very much for requesting songs. I would love for some more requests. It's been a little while. Hopefully you guys will think of some fantastic band I am completely missing or clueless on, and put in your request and show me that band. It also helps the channel a lot to stay alive, stay healthy. There are expenses associated. I don't pocket anything. It just goes back into the channel. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, hit the, did I say this yet? Hit the buttons. Hit the dang buttons. Alright. Let's clean this up. And without further ado, arboriculture from the inside. So we did Volbeat this morning, and we're doing arboriculture this afternoon. So it's going to be a heavy day. That's why I did my little preamble for those who don't like heavy. But we will get back to Tommy, Eric, and Dan, and any other band, you know, soon enough. Soon enough. You know, just hang in there. Okay. Let's hit play. Let's make sure our volume's up. Yep. Okay. Oh, no. We got trouble. We forgot to turn this thing on. Let's back it up. Put that down somehow. Yeah. Let's go. All right, there we go. time I get done with one of these songs from Overculture, I feel like I've been holding my breath the entire time. I feel like I'm lightheaded and just my neck hurts, from pain in my head. I'm too old for this shit. I'm telling you right now. If I ever went to one of these concerts, I would probably die. I would probably croak right there in the middle of the freaking thing. Such a good band. Such a good band. I'm so happy I found this band. Or somebody suggested. I don't know how I found this band. I don't know if I just clicked on it because nobody was requesting it, or if somebody actually requested it. But I'd have to go back and check. But whatever method, whatever way it was, I'm so happy to have found them. This is my jam. This is what I live for. And, like I was saying at the beginning, I'm open to other genres and other types of music, other tempos and styles, but my channel's going to be mostly full of this because this is what I really, really love. And so that's the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. Alright, let's put this back on. Do my second thank you to these guys. I always thank them every video, usually twice a video, and because they really are the backbone of the channel. So if you want your name added here, like your username, not your real name obviously, then go request a song and you will be added to the list. And it's super important to a YouTube channel because it helps so many things. It helps bring your music to the public. It helps me with the expenses of the channel, which is significant. And then it helps, it just brings everybody together. It's when I started the channel, I always envisioned a group of best friends sitting around the table having a beer and just trading back and forth music, having a ghetto blaster or something in the middle of the table and just saying, oh, I want you to hear this song. Oh, I want you to hear this song. I used to do that in my teens. So that was the concept for the channel. And I'd like to get back to that. I really would. So don't forget to hit the buttons if you haven't yet. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more fantastic stuff, I promise. See you then.